Hello everyone, it's Sheree. Welcome to my channel. I wanted to hop on and share the junk journal that I made for December Daily. If you don't know what December Daily is, from my understanding, you basically document what you do each day in December. You can put in family traditions, shopping lists, photos, obviously, just things like that. So every day you're documenting in the month of December. So I decided to go ahead and do it this year. I've done it other years, but I haven't completed it. I've started it, but haven't finished it. You know, I've done it like Project Lifestyle and just like a mini album, I guess. But I've never actually completed the whole month. So this go around, I'm hoping that I can stay on task and do the whole month. So I decided to make myself a journal, and I also made a journal for my mother-in-law, and I actually made two other ones, one for her and then one to give her for her to give to a friend. And I'm going to do a separate video on these though, but these are the ones that I made for my mother-in-law. So I'll do a separate video on that. And this will be a really short video too. So I made the book myself. I believe that the cover is a cereal box. And I hand painted and did a little bit of tissue paper technique. I really like the way that that looks. And I have 7 signatures. And this is the back. And the front, I have not put an image on yet. I'm undecided. I have an idea, but we'll see. I'll show you. So when you open it up, there's a couple of pockets here in the front. Let me get something so that I can. And this is some vintage ledger paper. And I like my journals to be very, for myself, plain. I don't like a whole lot of decorative things in them because I like to do that while I'm journaling. That's the fun part for me, is decorating the pages. So while I'm journaling. So I don't typically do too much to the inside of my journals. Now this is, it's a pocket, and I love the image on this, and I was thinking that I would want to possibly put it on the front, but I'm just undecided. I don't know. What do y'all think? Leave me a comment if you think I should go ahead and do that. But I kind of feel like maybe it's a little too big. But I do love the image because it's 2 girls and a boy. And my kids, I have 2 girls and a boy. So, but for now, I'm just going to leave it clipped in here. So, yeah, so the pages are pretty plain. This is a printable. This is an Edith Holden page from December. And I stitched a lot of my papers together, my scraps, because this journal, it's so wide that when I folded a 12 by 12 paper in half, it would only cover a portion of the page. So I had to stitch some together to give it a full length. I did a little bit of stamping. This is an envelope, piece of ledger paper. I did go ahead and clip a couple of things in here for myself that I knew I would probably use. This is a book page from, I think it's either a 40s or a 50s children's poem book. And the cover is, it's very squishy, which I like. It's quite flexible, so I'm really happy about that. The other side of that printable, another children's book page. It just flips over with some writing space. This is just a card that I clipped in. This is another printable. And I went ahead and used some wrapping paper and just glued it on the back of that. Some more scrapping paper, or scrapbook paper, ledger paper. So see, it's very, a little envelope that I'll probably just glue on there. It's very plain. There's not a whole lot going on. This is a card that I made a pocket out of. Because like I said, and I don't know if this might be used for 2 years, not 1 year. And I had, I was adding pages and taking pages out. It was really fun to do, but I kept thinking, I know I'm going to chunk this up. So I would take pages out and I'd be like, oh, well, I love this paper, so I'm going to put it back in. So that's kind of how it went throughout the whole time that I was deciding what papers to use. And this is just a vintage train paper, office work paper. Another vintage ledger, some vellum. This flips open. And I think, yeah, and that's a pocket there. So I used some pages from Christmas books. This is the pocket. But mostly scrap papers, ledger paper, and printables. That's another printable. Some more ledger paper. This is an illustration from a book. And the scrapbooking papers, they're from various collections that I've had. I didn't buy anything new because I have so much already that I need to use what I have. Another printable. I did not want to, this is an envelope. I didn't want to buy anything. The only thing that I did purchase are digital items from Etsy. This, when I was younger, I loved this story, and this just reminds me so much of my childhood, just this image. He was my favorite character, so I stuck that in there for myself. Another printable. I did some tea-dyed papers. This is another railroad vintage paper, and this I stuck in here because I know I'm going to be doing a lot of cooking, and I liked it, so I put it in there to use. The other side of that railroad paper, the other side of that printable. See here, I stitched 2 papers together, because otherwise they would all be like this, just short sheets. So I kind of had to fold them a little off-center. More ledger paper. This reminds me of shopping, so I went ahead and stuck that in there. I liked how it looked. Just another piece of ledger. And then the last signature, it's just a card that I clipped on. So yeah, so very plain, nothing too fancy, but it's ready to be decorated and chunked up. And it's just how I like it, so I'm pretty happy with it. This is a little fabric tuck spot. And yeah, so that's it. And then this is the back. And I really like it. And I may even just leave the front as it is, because I don't mind it. I like the way that it looks, and I like the way that it feels. So that is my December daily junk journal for 2019 and possibly 2020. We'll see how much I get through. I mean, it's a possibility. I could use it for this year and have to have another one for next year, or I don't know, we'll see. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and leave me a comment. What do you think I should do at the front? And y'all have a blessed day. Bye.